you the hex locations. Firstly, these are to the long where the two long plugs go. So these will need to come out. That's a posi, or not necessarily crosshair. Right, locations. One there, two there. So two there, and then you go up. One there, and one up there. So it's 4. One there, 5. One on the other side, 6. And at the top, one there, and one there, 8. So you've got 8 hex, 2 crosshairs, just to take it apart. I'm obviously putting it back together because I've had success. Oh, and if you look at this is what we mean by those hex things. You want a screwdriver head, looks a bit like that. Oh, lost focus. There you go. So you're looking for a star shape. 6 points on it. But obviously do a dry fit before you use anything. That's where it's going wrong. I need a new one. There you go. That is clearly the problem. Okay, we know it's likely to be the elbow pipe, so I'm going to have a go at fixing this, replacing the old one from there. So I've got the GoPro in the background showing everything I'm doing, so you can see, and I'm not just making this up and saying it's really easy when it's probably not very easy. And I ordered this off eBay. It's a little bit cheaper on eBay, and unless you want to fix it tomorrow, then get it off eBay. I would, Amazon otherwise. And I'm going to go and get cracking into that. Now I've removed 8 hex screws from here, so you need a hex driver, and there's a couple of normal crosshead screws underneath there as well, which you need to get to. So I've got it, and I've actually separated it as you've seen earlier, and the part for this I will put in the description so you know which one to order. But this is for a K4. I imagine there's similar for other ones as well. You can just Google it, but you're looking at this. This is what I often describe as planned obsolescence, or technically in lean manufacturing terms, this has been under-engineered. Right, so they haven't used enough plastic or whatever to create this to last. But I got this, I've had this for about 7 years. So I got this just before COVID, and it's been fine, but I've noticed over a while it's been leaking, but still working more and more and more. And of course there's been a little split in this, and it's grown and grown and grown, and now the split is so much that it can't maintain the right pressure, and then you get that kind of engine going at all the time. So let's go. So here's the plan. What I'm going to go and do is remove this off first, which means I'm going to be taking off this nozzle here and being very careful and just easing everything off. It all sort of clips in. Once I've done that, I'll be undoing a pin. Let me flip the camera around. So round about here where my finger is, there, this bit here, I'm going to use a screwdriver or something just to wedge that out. So that would, if you look on here, you can see there's 2 slots for that. So that will go into there, and I think this just pulls out. I'll be checking to see if there's any extra bits in that, so we don't have any further problems. I've heard there could be a washer somewhere, so I'm going to show you where that is afterwards. Let's go. I've also not done this before, so anything that I get stuck at and figure it out, I'll just put a little video in to show you how I did it at the same time, so you can sort of follow along if you like, assuming you have exactly the same problem. But I suspect everyone has the same problem with this then. So I've just unslotted this all. There's a little pipe here which goes from there all the way down there. I'm going to see if I can do it while leaving it on, but I might have to take it off to get better access. But that's obviously for detergent to be added mid-spray. Here you get a good look at this, which needs to be levered out. and you can see that goes through as a massive U, and then we can give that a good tug. Right, pop into here, screwdriver, and I'm twisting the screwdriver. There we go, it moves actually quite easily out. This is hard to do with the camera. This is just coming out. And that should just pull out. Just assume I pulled it out. Right, that bottom bit came off very easily. This bit spins around, and I'm not sure how. I heard you can pull it out, but it feels like might be something more to it. There's some interesting clippy things here, so I'm going to do some poking around to see if I can figure that one out. Incidentally, I think I found the washer. I did not see it fall off, but it's obviously come out of there, so I'll have to take a guess as to which way up or down it goes. See if it fits flush, but that looks like it will go in the neck there in the replacement one. Okay, I've unwound it. When I'm pulling this thing out, it seems to click, so I think something's slotting on this side, so I don't want to just break it. So I'm going to try and pull this out, starting with there's a clip here, and if you look in there, there's a few other clips, so I'm just going to loosen them off and see if I can get to that whatever's stopping it coming through. Right, I've taken the back off. I'll show you how I did it. I can't remember how I did it. How did I do it? Right, this was on here, and on the back there, this was hanging out. Oh, it's so hard to do one-handed. Right, okay, so this was hanging out, so you just get a screwdriver and just release the clip, Jubilee clip. It may not be the Jubilee clip, but that's that kind of clip, and that is able to come off. Now if you feel this, you can pull this. You can't get through. Looks like this is stopping it. It's actually this little puppy here. So when I squeeze this in, if I push this in with one hand and then pull with the other hand, the other thing will come out. And you'll just have to trust that I do it. But this, if you look here, this sort of slides up. You can feel that, and then hopefully that will just pop out. Yeah, I can feel it go. I just can't do this with enough hands. And it's out. So there we go. You can see they've used some grease or something to keep that seal in place. Probably not worth it. Honestly, it leaks a little bit before it gets there. And if you look very closely, you can see somewhere around there we've got problems. That's where the water is all spraying out of. So there's a structural weakness in this. I don't know if you can see, it's just, you can see the wet bit. There's obviously a hole or split some way, shape or form. Some people say it's because of frost. It's not. This has been in the garage for ages. So this is just rubbish engineering. Okay, so this rubber thing that came off, as I showed you earlier, it's ribbed on one side. You can see there's a little bit of a can you see it? Yeah, we're in focus now. A bit of a mound there. That seems to fit snugly on top of this. I'm exaggerating the word snugly. It seems to fit this way on top of that, so that's probably why it fell off. So that will go on there, and I'm going to try and force that back into here, and then clip it back in place with that. This is so fiddly. It actually makes more sense to try and attach that first, and then move the whole lot of that in, because that's an easily solved problem. Matching this up, because this is well heavy, in the right place, just requires a skill and tenacity I don't have. So I'm actually going to use a bit more common sense, attach that first firmly, and then move the whole lot into there. So that rubber thing goes around the side of the bit that I've managed to bury away there. So it doesn't go on top, it actually pushes down around the side a little bit like a condom going on, to be honest. I can't think of anything else. This is a bit stiff going in, so I just double checked it was lined up properly, and I did a couple of dry tests with this just on its own, and then double check that it was lined up, and then I'd use the tap with a bit of a hammer just to get it through. It's a little bit stiff, that's all. So if you've got IT hands like me, that might help you. Obviously don't whack it too hard, you're in trouble then. Now it's on there, we should be able to offer it up here and it should go in no problem. Okay, I'm all attached. Nothing is screwed in properly yet. I've done 2 dry tests. This was leaking, so this needs to be tightened. This wasn't even in properly, so it was just leaking like it was a complete disaster. But now I'm about to turn it on, and if I turn it on, I'm hoping for a zzz and then a stop. If I hear that, I'm happy, and then I'll test it with that. And if that's the case, job done. I'm not going to show you how to screw in hex bolts. You just get a screwdriver and you screw them in. But there will be, I will show you the locations. There's also 2 long ones. Where have they gone? Here. So putting this shell on, pain in the backside. Okay, you have to line up this here, this there, and also the plug on the that's the electric plug. Where is it? This plug here. Once they're all aligned, it will just slot in really easily. If you're having trouble, make sure that those are still aligned. Anyway, moment of truth is now. Yes, although I can see a kink in the hose over there, so that's not going to last long. So let me just undo the kink in the hose. And these are absolute killers. There we go. Right, come on. We're back to business. Looking for any signs of leaks. I'm gonna have I shouldn't unplug it. Have a quick look in the top. I don't want to do this really. Don't want to do this. I can't see anything massively wrong. That's okay. Oh, by the way, that pipe goes in that little slot at the top. When I say that pipe, the water pipe, so it just clips into place. I haven't, and you can see it's not there because I don't care anymore. Right, that's going to go in there. It doesn't do anything. No, I will do it when I turn the camera off. Right, that's job done. So that was about £8 to fix, plus hour of my time. I kind of enjoyed it. It worked. A few bits I had to figure out on the way there, but there's an easy way to release that elbow, which is there's a lever on the other side, which I've already shown you, so bear that in mind. And I hope this is of use to some of you. I've seen some videos showing how easy this is. It's not easy. I mean, it's easy if you've done 5. No one wants to do 5. They just want to do 1, and they don't want to be an expert to do that 1. So I've just shown you all the nitty-gritty of what needs to be done, including the surprise washer, the way to release that elbow, which I've never seen anywhere else before, and an actual success. So now I can go and do the rest of my jet washing. I've got a whole front driveway to do, and down the side, which is half done because this completely gave it the ghost. So all the best with yours. See you next time for whatever else breaks in my house.